What's up guys, StarStudio here, and today I'll be reviewing the Noble Knight cards. I opened the New Hero Pro because it's the easiest way to do it. I mean, my face isn't relevant to this video, so I might as well do it this way. So first things first, I first called them trash when they got announced. I was like, they looked really gimmicky, so I was like, they're useless. But after looking at them a little bit more, I see a lot of potential, and they might actually be a really good deck. And maybe even a new meta deck. Anyways, you'll be seeing a lot of Flame Noble Knights on this channel soon, so that's why I'm doing this video. To give you a heads up on some of the cards. Personally, I have read through some of them, was like, wait, these cards are actually good. So, let's start with Flame Knight Ogier. By the way, they're all fire warriors, which should be expected from a name like Flame Noble Knight. Some of them are level 4, some of them are level 1. Which makes for interesting combos. It's a shame we lost the... what's it called again? If the World Challenge Miko, the Succession Searcher, I mean, that would have made it so easy to create unbreakable boards with the Turian Beast and stuff, but we don't have access to that anymore. But I think there are still a lot of options with this deck. So, some of them at least have an effect when they're equipped or something. The new sport at least does, the level 4s I mean. So, Ogier, by the way, sorry if I mispronounce any names. Yeah, monster equipped with this cannot be destroyed by card effects, so no lightning storm for example. On top of additional protection the card it's equipped to already might have. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send one fire warrior monster or one noble arms card from your deck to the graveyard. So Armageddon Knight for fire warriors in general. And if this card is in the grave, you can target one warrior monster control, equip it to that. So, especially last effect's also nice because they just have additional effects in the grave, which is always nice. So, it also triggers on special summon, that's noteworthy. Of course, hard ones per turns, I mean, it's a card in 2020. But, it definitely seems solid. It's not sure about the ratio, because there's a lot of searching power in Noble Knights already. They got a really great search spell. But on its own, this is already looking like a good card. So, Marcus, by the way, the art on these are amazing. Like, I should have looked at them earlier, I already love them then. How quick I can change my mind, right? Yeah. Feel free to flame me in the comment section for changing my mind so fast. There's a monster equipped with this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Which is quite nice, actually. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle 3 of your other fire warrior monsters and or noble arm cards that are banished, enter in your grave into the deck, draw 1 card. That's really good as well. I mean, being able to shuffle back the Noble Arms cards, especially of an Isolde, for example, is really solid. But this card doesn't do really anything besides that, so I'm not entirely sure about this one yet. But still, it has some potential. I mean, it can still equip itself from the grave to a card, right? Flame Noble Knight Olivier. Your opponent cannot target a monster equipped with this card with card effects, so that'll prevent something. It's really nice, I mean, protection is always good, especially Noble Knights, you know. And Flame Noble Knights too. You can set one fire monster or one equipped spell from your hand or face up field to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand as a level 1 monster. And it's a tuner. That's insane. I mean, Phoenix Blade still exists, right? And Magus can just shuffle back the ones you banish. Like, this card is insane. Because it's a level 1 on the field, it makes Rare After live. It gives access to a lot of good synchros. Level 1 is my favorite level of tuner. And it doesn't restrict to anything. It doesn't have any restrictions on it. Like, I mean, of course it's once per turn, but still, that's a new warrior that you can just freely summon in warrior decks. That's... even outside of Flame Noble Knights, this card is insane, actually. Well, maybe I'm overusing the term insane, but, you know, it's really good, at least. So now we have Flame Noble Knight Ronad. Most people might already know it, still gonna go over it. It's not a new card, but it's part of Noble Knights, Flame Noble Knights, so I felt like talking about it. Quick effect, you can target one face monster you control. Equip this card from your hand to the target as an equip spell, that makes it gain 500 attack. Okay, it's a small boost, I mean, the others also give boost, so it makes sense, right? During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add one fire warrior monster or one equip spell from your deck to your hand. Except itself. I mean, it just searches anything. It's like Scarron. the Burning Abyss card, but then any equip spell. Any equip spell from your deck. What are some broken targets? I mean, DDR is good, not broken, but good. Living Fossil, there are quite some good options for that actually. And of course their own equips. Or any Fire Warrior, that's gonna be... They're really generic, that's insane. So, one cool thing to note about next two is that they have 200 defense. Now, I wasn't gonna bring up many cards outside of the archetype. But Rekindling still exists. My space key is still broken. I hope I can fix it sometime soon, it's so annoying. Okay, so let's look at Renat. If you control a Fire Warrior monster, they all are, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, it is treated as a tuner. It's another level 1, that's a free tuner. Like, this is madness. This is actually really good. What was it called again? Why am I... Go. Yeah, Boost Warrior is also gonna be relevant in this, I think. At least it has potential, because it also has no one's paternal itself, so... Lots of level 1s though. Which makes me really wonder what the deck can possibly do, how high the ceiling is. Because Boost Warrior is also a rekindling target, so... That will surely enable shenanigans, I mean, Saluja still thing for example. Yeah. Anyways, if you do it treated as a tuner, you can only special summon it once per turn this way. If it's a special summon, you can target one of your Fire Warrior or your spell, it's banished or in your grave. Add it to your hand, like... Normally a card of this power level would have said, shuffle it into your deck, you know, but adding it to your hand. An equip spell in your grave. I mean, do I even need to explain why that is ridiculous? Cursed Bamboo Sword still exists for weird draw combos. Like, no way we're getting Premature Burial back. I mean, adding back DDR with Phoenix Blade's gonna be nuts as well. Like, jeez, these cards are crazy. They really, really are crazy. Astolfo, best girl from Fate, fight me. It's not a girl, I don't care. I didn't ask and I don't care. I'm just kidding, by the way. I do really like its art though. You can banish one fire monster from your hand or graveyard, special summon this card from your hand and can make it become the same level as the banished monster. So, level modulation is already nice. Another special summon, which is basically level 1 or 4. Or 8. I believe it was 8, the big gear. God Phoenix, level 9. Huh. That's actually really interesting. Considering I'm going off topic, sorry for that, but that's just how my brain works. Get used to it. What's it called again? Monstrosity exists. Monstrosity definitely exists, so that's interesting. Probably enables for quite some shenanigans. I mean, calamities exist. Flame. Ah, my spacebar, damn it. No, I don't want to delete it. What? Noble. Sorry for that. Once again. Anyways, my brain gets distracted, but that's actually insane. I mean, each slot can always search it, so you can always have it live. You can just summon it as level 9. Anyways, other effect. You can banish this card from the graveyard, special summon this banished card during your second standby phase after activation. What? What? Take a special summon one of your fire banished on your grave. I mean, I can't even be mad about that. I mean, it's still summoning itself. The first effect is just fine. Second effect is free bonus, I guess. Oh yeah, I can only use each effect once per duel, which is kinda extreme, especially for the first one. Like, this feels like a mistranslation, but it probably isn't. Both effects being once per duel, I could understand the last effect with both. Kinda overkill. But once again, rekindling target. First effect is really strong. Oh boy, this is insane. So, this is Flame Noble Knight Emperor Charles. Level 9, which might be somewhat difficult to summon. Although its materials are generic, so I was already looking at Soulkin since they have a level 5 synchro. There's probably some ways to do that, because I haven't seen any restrictions so far. Lots of things you can do with this, and that's something I always like. If a monster on the field becomes equipped with an equip card, even during a damage tap, you can destroy one card on the field. So this is just, since Roland is a quick effect, this is a Trident. A 3k attack Trident with 200 defense. This is another rekindling target. At level 9, being a rekindling target can get dangerous pretty fast, because it enables the door to quite some interesting things. Anyways, you can so during the end phase you can equip one spell from your hand or grave to discard. They can equip one fire monster from the deck to discard. Equip spell that makes the gain 500 attack. Okay, so first of all the artwork on this one is sick. Second of all, that just guarantees it's pop something even without Roland. Jesus Christ, that's really good. That's really good. So Flame Noble Knight, Vanguard Roland, it's a tuner. That alone makes it really good already. Just being a tuner. I mean, just stop there, you've said enough, it's good already. I don't care what the rest of the attack effect is, it's just already good for being a level 5 Synchro tuner. But I'm gonna read on anyway. If this card is Synchro Summoned, it can activate its effect during the end phase of this turn, which is slow, but okay. If one equip spell from your deck to the graveyard, they can add one warrior monster from your... Then add one warrior monster from your deck to your hand. What? That's nuts. And once again, off track. This is treated as a Synchro Summon. Wow. Okay, this is okay. That's really strong. During the main phase, if this card in your graveyard can target one warrior monster you control, you can discard to the target an equip spell that makes it gain 500 attack. Okay, that's nice additional usage, nice additional effect. I mean, it's a bonus effect, right? Wait. Now that makes me wonder. During the main phase, equip spell. And what does this say? A spell is set on your side of the field. It needs to set. This doesn't set. This immediately activates. Okay. Something I was curious about. But still, this looks like a really good deck so far. Like, actually, really good. Down. Durandal. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can add one level 5 or lower fire. What? That's a Rota. You can add one from the deck to hand and destroy this card. Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was sent to the graveyard, you can target one level 5 or lower fire monster you grave special event. Okay, this one locks. This one locks you to fire. To warriors. So just don't use the second effect. Oh, you can only use one effect per turn. It's good if you have it equipped in the opponent's turn, I guess, because then you can just float. Interesting. Flame, Noble Arms, Hout, Claire. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can target all face monster control this turn. You cannot declare attacks with other monsters, also it can make a second attack during each battle phase, then destroy this card. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster is sent to the graveyard, you can target all face monster on the field, destroy it. This doesn't seem too good, because there's already another regular Noble Arms that does something similar. Other monsters. That's kind of... This is not a good card. I guess the second effect is still decent compared to other Noble Arms, but still. I don't know. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can target one fire monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then destroy this card. Okay, so that's while you're returning alive. That's not bad. Not terribly good either, but not bad. It's okay. Means any fire warrior. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one fire warrior monster from your hand. And it's just sent to the grave for the equipped monster, so if you link it away, it triggers. These cards are nuts. Like, actually, what? Well, this card is equipped, so one thing to get off the table. There's this one quick spell, and I'm not sure on the restrictions, but I've played Noble Knight before. Yeah, so this triggers both those cards. That's a lot of searching power for one archetype. Finally talking about the last card, I created a deck just to put this card in because it does not contain any of them in the name. Activate one of these effects. Banish one equip spell from your field or graveyard, they can destroy one card on the field. This does not target. That alone makes it a good effect. This card's important because of the second effect, I believe, but the first effect alone is quite good. I mean, banishing a equip spell from the grave is not that big of a deal. And you can run this with Trap Trick, meaning the Zolkin build becomes even better as Trap Trick does set something from the deck. This deck doesn't really use a lot of traps, so besides Astolfo, hehe. But yeah, that's the first effect, wow, just wow, this is really good. Okay, other effect, destroy one Roland monster you control. So what Roland monsters are there? Yeah, this still does a quick spell, so that doesn't work. You have to destroy actually a monster, so most likely Roland himself maybe. The special summon up to 3 fire wire monsters from the deck in defense position whose total level equals 9. But negate their effects as you cannot special summon monsters until the end of your next turn except wire monsters. I don't like this card because it restricts you into its own archetype and it's the only card that does that. But it is somewhat free. Not sure how I feel about this one. Not sure how I feel about Horn. But damn, there's a lot of potential in these cards. I apologize for hosting them at first because they're actually really good and they look nice, so that's a new thing. So I actually got a good synchro archetype, huh? Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Decided to do it since I shit on them before. I thought it was only the right thing to do to actually talk about them in a positive way. So yeah, see you guys next time. Stasha here signing out.